today for optionals.
They're both in, and the only guy that's out, upper body injury, he's day-to-day, is Matt Benning. So Gravel will go in his place, and we're hopeful to get Matt back on the ice here in the next day or so.
The last time you saw San Jose, it was fairly one-sided, Ken. Are there some things that you've built into your game recently here that you think give you a better look against them tonight?
I don't know that you can tell that. I mean, even when we got drilled, there was a lot of good things we did, but the problem is they're so good at taking advantage of mistakes. You know, we were looking at, they scored so many goals in the red zone on us, and then you look and at the end of the night, you got as many chances as they do, but they finish so well there. And that's what they've done against us, is they've really made us pay in that area and around the goal crease and net area, slot area. They've really done a lot of damage there in the last two games. But then we haven't taken advantage of the quality ones we get because we've got a lot. And they're just, they got a lot of guys that are feeling it, and they got a lot of depth. And so you work against one line, and then there's another line that pops up. So, like I said yesterday, they're a very, very deep team. They're three, and at times when they're healthy, 4 lines deep, especially 3 lines deep in scoring, and that's not easy in the league to have that much depth, but they got it right now.
Brodziak back in.
Yeah, Brodziak will play. Cave will be out tonight.
What do you want to see from Kyle? Just obviously win some face-offs because he hasn't.
Yeah, I think the reason he was brought here was to amp up the competitive level on the bottom 6. And there was a period of time when we had 27 and 44 on the wings that he was very good. And then he's really dropped off since. And he needs to get back to that competitive game that he's capable of. And, you know, Kyle's kind of at times his own worst enemy in that he overthinks. And when you overthink, you underreact. And we had some good chats yesterday and today about what's in his game, and I think we'll see the player that we saw before. But sometimes he gets so far ahead of himself that he forgets to just play in the moment, and where he's and because he starts pretty much every shift in the defensive zone, you know, he's under a lot of pressure to start with, and I think he's trying to play outside of what he's capable of, and we'll hopefully get him back playing that gritty game.
Who's your goalie tonight, Ken?
It helps.
Ken, when you look at your team, I mean, I don't know if proud's the right word, but just how hard they worked the other night, and just to see the result go with the hard work that can, you know, I don't know if
well, yeah,
just show.
Gene, we've had 3 of the last 4 being like this. You know, we played as good as we played many. We played way better in Montreal. I mean, we played unbelievable in Montreal, especially the last 2.5 periods. And then we played so well except for 7 minutes in Philadelphia. But we've played 3 of the last 4 games. We got away with the 2 periods in Chicago and then really had meltdown in the 3rd period. But the other 3 games, I mean, you couldn't come out of the break with, you know, and not be happy with the way the team's competing and everything. But man, we're paying when we make a mistake. Because we did make some mistakes in many, but our goaltender helped us out. But in the other games, we paid for them, and hopefully we get it tonight where we just can't give up the same scoring chances. If the scoring chances tonight are even, it's not going to be good for our side.
What did you hear? Good to hear about Sekera's first game.
He played a lot, and we looked at the tape this morning, and he played.
How much did he play?
22 plus. So they didn't ease him into it, but he looked awful composed and smart, and you know, we'll see what the report is.
You know, first time back, guy he's on adrenaline.
Yeah, we'll see. Tonight will give us a better read, but man, he looked like an awful good player if you're looking at one hockey game. But let's see over the next couple of games how he looks. But it was very, very encouraging after watching today.
What do you want from? What are you missing when he's not playing?
Oh, you just see his composure with the puck and the way he passes the puck. I mean, he passed a couple so hard they just bounced off guys' sticks. I mean, he does things that not many players in the league can do. The way he transitions the puck, he's awful good there.
When it comes to Talbot, it looks like when he's on, his positioning is right. He's challenging shooters. He's moving well in his crease. Are you seeing that from him right now?
Yeah, square, not flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he's square and he's angled towards the shooter, he's terrific positionally. There's a period of time at the start of the year where he got flat, And so as the shooters got closer, there got to be more openings, and Miko was doing the same thing. But I think with Dustin, they've both got it resolved, because we had drill specific yesterday for Miko, and there wasn't anything that went in, and Talbs has been like this for 2 weeks now, so it's good.
Petrovic, how does the guy get back in when you've got so many defensemen?
Well, we almost put him in today because he's right shot, so it's 5 lefties today, so it'll be interesting to see how this transition, but just got to wait his turn. You know, his composure, and they're working hard with him just to kind of slow it down, make better decisions, and passing pucks around people is the term I use rather than through people, and he's getting better and better at it, and, you know, we'll see. We're lucky we got 8, and we'll see where Sekera gets. We might even get to 9 if Sekera comes healthy. So we'll have some heavy decisions to make, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. It was exciting watching Sekera play today and see that he was, you know, up with the pace and at times way above the pace.
And you still want Malone as third line guy?
I'm going to flip him in Brodziak depending on the zone we're in and depending on the side of the dot. If it's on the left, I'll have Malone go out. If it's on the right, I'll probably have Kyle go out.
You'd said earlier this year, talking about your goaltending, you felt it was a strength and you wanted to keep both guys engaged. Recently, you said you just need somebody to grab it. What's your thought process on just rolling the hot hand versus?
It's easy to be 1 and 1A when both guys are going so good. That's what we were going through. So it was really good. And arguably they both went through the struggles. The problem for us was they both struggled at the same time. So to me, it's play well and you're in, or win and you're in, or whatever you want to do it. But I didn't care who was in. What we did against Chicago, you just can't accept as a head hockey coach or a head coach in any sport. You know, it's very similar in football. If you don't play for your quarterback, he gets killed. Well, that's what happened to our goalie. And I didn't like that, and so I did something about it. He's going back in, and the guys played for him, and hopefully they play for him tonight.
So was Banning hurt in the last game? Or
yeah, right towards the end.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Thanks.
Thanks, Ken.
All right.